Hello, Hero Collectors here. How's it going, everybody? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. I know I am. And today we're going to be cracking open these two Transformers Studio Series figures. We have Bumblebee or B127 from Transformers 1 and Bonecrusher from the 86 movie. So there's the side of the packaging. Is that I got this guy from GameStop and I got this guy from my semi-local Target. So you can see those. I'm the most excited to open Bonecrusher. So let's actually open B first. And let's see here. I'm really liking some of the figures I've gotten from Transformers lately. In terms of Studio Series and Age of the Primes, I think they're just killing it with some of their picks and designing figures as of late. So I am expecting good things from these guys. There we go. Okay, let's get B out. There he is. And let's get these little plastic ties cut. I hate these things. What's that? Gotta say, I know I've seen a review on this guy, but I don't really remember much in terms of like features or how he is. So I'm not completely blind, but I don't really remember anything. There. Okay. So there's all that. Gotta kind of weave his backpack out. There it is. And I'm going to do this like I've kind of done the past couple Transformers videos where I we'll check them out kind of in robot mode, and then I'll cut and do both figures in their alt mode together, and then we'll close out the video after we do that. So let's see all of his accessories. So he comes with the blaster, the two knives. Actually, you guys can't see this very well, so let me adjust. Okay, so we've got B here. Okay, interesting things going on here with the articulation, but yeah, here's the kind of blaster. Not a lot of paint, which kind of bugs me because the Blockies ones have silver to them. So you can see how this one has some silver bits to it, and this one is just a flat gunmetal gray, so that kind of bugs me, but I might put this with Optimus or something. We got his blasters and the knives, because he's got knife hands. And I'm assuming he does not come with a helmet, which is a shame. Or like a battle mask, sorry. He says battle mask. And these blasters seem to be hand specific. You can't really fit them onto the wrong hand if you don't do it right. So, okay, let's see his articulation. A little bit there. This chest plate seems a little long down here compared to what his design was in the movie. Oh, interesting. Okay. It's got some good ankle rocker. Okay, thigh cut. There. That wants to disengage. I'm assuming that's for transformation, but maybe you could utilize that for posing. Bicep swivel, nice. Ball joint there. Okay, let's just try to get him into a pose real quick. So, there. Okay, that's not so bad. The knees seem kind of high to me, and the chest is a little pointy, like downwards. I think it needs the actual like movie design needs to cut in a little bit more to the stomach, I would say, or to the lower chest. Let's actually get him stood up for a second, and we will do a quick comparison. And here is the only other B127 figure I have from Transformers 1. It is the Blockies Galaxy version figure. This is kind of pre-transformation cog. So there is that. And I think the scale kind of works. He does grow in size when he gets his cog, so if you want to display these two together, I think this would be pretty good in terms of he grows into this guy. I don't have the Blockies Classic Class figure or either of the YOLO Parks. So I am missing a few comparisons that I could do, but as of right now, this is just what I have. And then here are the other Transformers 1 Studio Series figures that I have. We have Optimus Prime and Megatron here. Still haven't done a review on either of these guys, so maybe I'll just pair all three of these together in one review. I'm just really behind and need to get caught up, but I keep getting new really awesome figures, so it's hard to stay caught up. But yeah, there are all those. But now moving on to Bonecrusher. He's a little shy in packaging. He's kind of got his face hidden, but we will fix that momentarily. So let's get him out of packaging. This is the second of the Constructicons I've gotten so far. If you want to see Scrapper unboxed, I will try to leave a link to that video around this point. I also did unbox 2 of the aerial bots around the same time. But yeah, I'm in on most of the combiners that we're getting this year and into next year. So I'm very excited to check this guy out. And we're going to have to... Oh, geez, that one's taped 4 ways. And we got... Come on. There. Okay, that must be a combiner piece of some kind. And he's got his little blaster. And then let's get these cut. These terrible plastic ties. There. Okay, one more. And there. Okay. Oh, this just came out. It's a very interesting leg design. I was afraid I really wouldn't care for it in hand, but I think I like it. It looks strange in photos, but I think it works kind of in hand. So let's get him there. Scoop this trash out of the way. So we can take a look at the figure. And I think he is mistransformed, so let me double check. I was right, he was a little mistransformed, I should say. I had to add that combiner piece here to the back and then just kind of scoot that back there. But, you know, it doesn't look too bad. I don't have any of the previous, you know, Constructicon figures. So, okay, that doesn't connect, so those just like to drop. Interesting. I mean, I'm not going to be keeping this guy in this mode, but I still would like to have a pretty decent bot mode for posing before I actually get Devastator in my collection. But there he is, kind of standing straight up. There. So let's just bring in the one comparison I have, which is Scrapper, which is interesting because I think he was a Voyager and this guy is a Deluxe, and they're right about the same size. I wonder if the engineering is different at all. I think the paint budget's a bit higher on this guy, but yeah, I mean, there is that. So I think now I will have to pause and transform them into their alt modes, and then we'll check back in with these figures. Alright, so here are the 2 bots in their alt modes. I've spent some time with them, more than I was expecting to. Not in a bad way, but just I went and spent some time with family and kind of kept transforming these back and forth to really nail it down. And it's not too bad at transformations. This one's pretty secure. I would say my biggest complaint is that it does not want to stay right there, but it's not like falling apart in terms of the transformation. My biggest complaint with this alt mode is you can see here that it's starting to split, and I can't seem to keep it there. In fact, sometimes it gets worse, especially if the feet aren't plugged in right. It just does not want to stay in general. This Bumblebee figure is intended to actually stay in the alt mode for an eventual Transformers 1 display, so, I mean, it does kind of bug me, but it's not going to be the end of the world that I can't have that completely secure on the display. Now, in regards to this guy, I actually did figure out how to put him into his combine mode, so actually let's do that now. And here it is. It's just simply you disconnect the treads back here, and you then bring this kind of connector piece down, and this is basically, sorry, the shoulder hinge here, where it can do the full 360 and then kind of extend outward. And then this is the elbow, and it can kind of bend in and you can get the, not quite 90, but then rotation. So yeah, I'm really excited for Devastator. I'm really hoping we get to complete him this year. You know, the whole toy tariff situation it's a little rocky, has me a little scared, but I at least have this guy and Scrapper. So I know that I at least have something from the character, and hopefully we do get to finish this figure in its or the combined mode in its totality. But let's put these guys back into their robot modes and finish out the video. Alright, and that is it for this initial unboxing of these two Studio Series figures. My main complaints, I would say, he doesn't have his battle mask. You can't do the knife hands without the blasters. And the alt mode kind of disconnected at the tail where it won't connect fully. My biggest complaint with this guy is the fact that the scooper, the bucket, just doesn't want to stay connected. And like, I get he's not supposed to have really any kind of pivot or turn or anything with the torso, but even just trying to like move like the body like that, you can see it kind of separates. And the fact that these don't plug in right here at the shoulder. Otherwise, his alt mode's fine. I'm excited to see what he looks like in combined mode. I'm still satisfied with these figures, those complaints aside. I just kind of wanted to mention those on this initial unboxing. So I will do reviews for these guys eventually. I will put Scrapper and Bonecrusher together as he knocks them over. I'll put them together in a review because I haven't taken a look at Scrapper yet. And then I will do B with Megatron and Optimus, just to kind of keep that crew together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you comment down below what you liked and if you have these figures yet. And also, while you're down there, make sure you like the video and you are subscribed. And I will talk to you all in another video, another post, another time.